Hang on. All right, purpose of this meeting is to make sure we know exactly the plan that we're running with for the next week. And so Leticia, you're back. A lot has changed. So try to come in with the open mind, okay? And then Mr. Scott is brand new too. Do you guys know each other? And then Miss Cara, she's on her week too, actually. So everyone knows each other now, though. Hang on.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got a coughing baby. Hang on. Oh gosh. He does. What? Same no tape. Yeah, it's a big cough. Okay, I'm gonna let Miss Elena in, or Miss Uniqua, that you guys know her by, Miss Anise. All right, so the first thing we're gonna go over is fitness. As far as fitness goes, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, guys. He usually sleeps through this. I had it timed perfectly. The goal is 3 to 5 hours of intentional activity where we actually like set timer intentionally. We accomplish this with our 3 sessions and 2 homework assignments. So my first question around is asking about homework. Hold that thought. You can go in my room. All right, first up, Miss Yolanda. We're gonna work our way from old timer and work our way to our newest people here. And then maybe our newest people will have some other questions by the time we get to them. So Yolanda, how are we doing? Oh, I muted you. That's right. I'm so sorry. Theo, but you're good. Okay, so last we spoke 40/20s.
40/20 is great.
Okay, no
But I
break.
get so tired, but it's good.
Okay, so it's a challenge. If you
Yes.
were to rate it, what would you rate it level of intensity between 1 and 10, 10 being like, shoot, I don't even want to do this again. It was so hard.
Maybe like a 3,
Okay,
4.
okay. So we'll write that out for another week.
Yes.
Okay, deal. Gotcha, Yolanda. And then Miss Anise, how are we doing with our jogs?
It's not fun.
Not fun, like, hey, I understand the purpose of this, and one day I may come to love it, or at least love the results from it, or not fun, like I need just something different. My heart's not in this. I gotta do something else before I tap out.
No, more like I know why I'm doing it. It's
Okay,
just not fun. I just don't like it.
okay. And how far are you getting into the 30 minutes before you need a break?
Um, I usually just take my break after the first 2 minutes.
Well, one more time.
Like I just run for 2 minutes, and I've been doing 2 minutes, not like
2
the
minutes.
30, 30.
Okay, very good. All right, your goal is just less breaks and longer running times.
I'm trying.
Honestly, your goal is to just do it. To just get out there
Yeah,
and do it for 30 minutes. Okay, Anise? Don't
we'll
overthink it.
see.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Which 2 days do you have coming up that you're going to do this?
I'm on vacation until Monday, so I won't be here, but I will try to get into a gym on the resort.
Okay.
But I come back on Monday. So Monday I'm hoping to go to training on Tuesday. So honestly don't know yet. Because the days that I come back I'm trying to schedule my workout.
Okay. Deal. But at least Monday I'll check up on you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Deal. And Miss Cara, you are up.
Oh, well, we did the jogging. Amanda and I did it twice. I am terrible, but I can totally see that we will get better. So
Yes. Yeah.
she's way better than I am at it, but yeah, totally.
Okay, good. I'm glad you guys do it together. If you guys don't know, Miss Cara and Miss Amanda, mother-daughter team, has started together. Not this week, but last week.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
she's good. She embarrasses me, so I'm like, okay, gotta keep going, gotta keep going.
Well, that's one way to motivate each other. How far do you get into this jog before you have to take a break?
We're not breaking, we're kind of slowing down, like we'll keep going, but we'll just slow down and be like, okay, okay. So my calves, I don't know, it was my calves, my shins, the back of my leg, something was burning, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But after like the next day I was totally able to go to class and
Okay.
exercise. So it's not like it kept happening. It was just I'm not used to it.
Okay. Perfect. Great answers. I'm glad. So we're gonna keep that for another week.
Yeah, good deal.
Okay.
I think is Tuesdays and Saturday okay? Like we'll do this Saturday and then maybe next Saturday, you know what I'm saying? Like Tuesday
Tuesday
and
and
Saturday.
Saturday is beautiful. And
Perfect.
actually, that's one thing that we do like promote now. You'll hear Coach Bree in consults and nutrition meetings when she goes to set up your calendar. She kind of does push towards a Saturday, Sunday,
Yeah.
just so that we don't get in the habit of I mean, standard America, you work Monday through Friday, and it's easy to
Yeah.
think it's the same thing with workouts. Like, oh, let me do this healthy thing for Monday through Friday, and then I'm off on the weekends.
Yeah.
But all that to say, this is a lifestyle, so this is perfect.
Yeah,
Tuesdays.
we did a hike last like 2.5 hours last Saturday. So we did it wasn't running, but it was hiking and it was good. It was like we did 19 sets of stairs and like it was really cool.
Good.
Very
No,
pretty.
that's beautiful. Out in the great outdoors. I'm gonna move on if you don't have any questions, Miss Cara.
Nope. Nope. Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna move on to Mr. Scott. Mr.
Yes,
Scott, how's it going?
going good. First week.
Yes. Have we got a homework assignment in yet?
No, I haven't had no time with my work schedule and the workout schedule. Uh, Past couple days, I've been working up till maybe about an hour before I have to come in to the gym. So I haven't had no time, but I need to fit it in on the Saturday, fit one on the Saturday, try to fit one in during the week. So I'm working on that part for next week.
Okay.
So I've got it done this week, but I'm working trying to find the time, but
Sure.
it's kind of hard with my work schedule. Sometimes I work later days, sometimes I don't. So if I work a a lesser day where it doesn't bring in, we gotta come into the gym
Sure.
at 6:15. That's why I take the 6:15 schedule, because I never know how late I gotta work sometimes.
Okay. No, that's perfect. So for the first week, first off, great job getting to your 3 sessions. You made 3 sessions, right? Or you have your third one tomorrow?
My third one was tonight. I just got done at 7 o'clock.
Okay, perfect. Great job. So Saturday for your first homework assignment, deal. And are you doing 30-30s or can you jog for 30 minutes straight through?
What was it? What's the 30-30?
So the 30-30, and this is for everyone. 30-30 is 30 minutes jogging, 30 minutes walking, back and forth. 30 seconds intervals for 30 minutes.
Okay.
And your job is to remember where exactly in that 30 minutes you had to take that first break. That's
Okay.
considered your benchmark. And then your
Okay.
goal next time you set out to do the 30-30, your goal is to simply like beat it by 1 minute. And so you're slowly like pushing that benchmark out until you could do the whole 30-30 with no breaks. And then that's our signal. Like Miss Yolanda, she moved on, she's week 6 or 7, moved on to the 40-20. So like I said, we're lengthening the jogging times and shortening the breaks. And over time, the goal is to be able to jog straight through for 30 minutes. But that's our strategy. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Awesome. So 30-30 Saturday, and I'll check up on you, okay?
Okay. Well, let's see. When are you allowed to come in and do like a workout Saturday for
Yeah,
homework?
sure, absolutely. Saturday, I can already tell you we have 8 a.m. boot camp, and then we have 9 a.m. strength. And so anytime after 10:30, you're welcome to come into the gym. Easy.
Okay. All
I
right.
mean, there's a beautiful park across the street that you're welcome to do the 30-30 at.
All right.
All right, deal. I'm going to move on to Miss Leticia.
So I did the Tuesday workout, the Wednesday workout. We had an appointment tonight, and so I'm doing the third one on Friday.
Okay.
Um, I haven't done any homework. To
Okay.
be honest, I'm glad you mentioned it because I'm like,
Okay.
wait, homework. So, I have a question though. So, is it just like an intense workout for the homework, or can it be like walking around SeaWorld for 8 hours? Like, what does it have to
No.
be like? Do you want it to be like a hit almost like a you? Okay, so you want it like to be like an
Yeah.
intense. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
The goal is to raise the heart rate and to honestly, the same intensity that you have in classes where you're like out of breath, you're gassed, you're sore the next day, you needed water breaks, you needed air. So that same intensity with it, like you couldn't hold a conversation during that workout. That's the same
Okay.
level of intensity we need for the 30 minutes homework assignment. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay, so SeaWorld, although that's a lot of steps,
Uh-huh.
it's still good, but we could have a conversation the whole 8,000 steps, 20,000 steps. So that intensity level's the goal.
Okay.
So for homework, we need to get at least one in this week, and there's still plenty of time, even with SeaWorld. Do you think,
Oh, go ahead.
oh, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say I have like it's a cycling bike.
Mhm.
Like it's like a unicycle actually. Well, not a unicycle. It doesn't have bars. Like you just sit on it. So it's made to like when you watch TV or whatever. You can sit and watch TV on it. There's no handles or whatever. You just sit on it and you pedal.
Yeah.
So how do I do an intense workout
Okay,
on that?
so for cycling, I'm looking for either 30 minutes or 10 miles for cycling and biking.
You said how many minutes?
30 minutes.
Okay.
And there's really no way for me to gauge like your speed necessarily. Same thing with the 30-30s. I can't tell you, hey, you guys need to be hitting this speed or this kind of distance. Like we don't have that baseline yet, but 30 minutes and your goal is to like hit a decent intensity.
Yeah. And then the 30 and 30, you said it's which I used to do those all the time, but I just wanted to make sure. You
Yeah,
said
sure.
it's 30 seconds, right?
30
Like 30
seconds.
seconds walking, 30 seconds running off and on for 30 minutes total.
Correct. Yeah, I probably said minutes the whole way through. I do
Well,
that.
I think you did, and that's what threw me off. I was like, wait, are we doing this like I was like, hold on.
I do that a lot. I
Okay.
jump the gun.
I just wanted to make sure.
Good question. I'm glad you clarified.
Okay.
So my last question, just making sure this first homework assignment, when is this happening? So I know when to reach out.
Me?
Mhm.
You still talking to me? Okay. I mean, I can do it tonight.
Okay.
We didn't have a workout tonight because, and honestly, oh my goodness, that EMOM workout, oh Lord, that is what I'm used to because that's what all the workouts used to be like that. But the workout on Tuesday, I don't know what that was, but that was nice. That was
Okay.
a great first class.
Oh,
And then,
yeah, you're right.
yeah. I don't know what class that was. Do you? What's
The
Tuesday?
strength. That Tuesdays and Thursdays are strength. So typically, newcomers only come to Monday, Wednesday, Fridays because it's just dumbbells for the most part, with the exception of Wednesday because we got the bikes and everything. But those are the HIIT classes, like you said. The Tuesday, Thursdays are usually for strength. Once everyone has learned their bodies a little bit more, like gotten used to the movements, have that mind muscle connection, and has dropped like the initial weight off their ankles and like the impact isn't the same. But
What if I was gonna say, what if I'm not able to come Monday, Wednesday, Friday?
that's fine. That's
Okay.
totally
I was like, okay.
yeah.
We just have commitment. I think I'm a foster mom, so like I have other appointments at night, so I just have to
Get in and work.
make it. Okay.
Yep. Miss Raymona, welcome. You are up. The question right now is if you've gotten hey,
Sorry, I'm working right now, guys.
you're fine. Homework assignments.
Yeah, so I actually did my first homework assignment today.
Okay.
So I am doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I've
Okay.
gotten 2 sessions in and 1 homework I did today.
Good.
So the homework was scheduled for a 30-minute walk, but
Okay.
I actually ended up going into the gym here at my apartment complex.
Okay.
So I did 15 minutes on the treadmill and 15 on the bike.
Perfect. Yeah, that's
So
great. On the treadmill, are you walking at an incline by any chance?
yes. And don't ask me what it was because I forgot. I
No,
just did it until I felt like I couldn't go anymore.
yeah, that's great. No, it's really, really great. And then 15 minutes on the bike. Yeah, that's perfect. The only thing with the bike is you just got to make sure you have a good, you heard me talk about level of intensity.
Yes. So I thought at first I'm like, okay, this is like very light, but then I kind of played with the settings a little bit and I was able to figure it out. So it actually had like a little track to
Okay,
go
good.
around. So
Good.
mhm.
And if you, because let's see, we usually say 10 miles in half an hour. So if your goal should at least be 5 miles. Give or
Okay.
take. Give or take.
So I'll pay attention to that next
If
time.
you do 15
I mean-
minutes, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay. I'll pay attention to that next time. I just was tracking the time more
Yeah.
than anything.
No, and that's great. Great job. All right,
Okay.
we're gonna move on to nutrition, the juicy stuff. Here we go. Nutrition, goal is to simply follow your plan. And everyone knows where their plan is, right? In the Bamboo app,
Yeah.
Yes.
under the fork and knife.
hmm
All right. Thumbs up, Mr. Scott.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. All right. So with that being said, everyone has their portion guides and then their nutrition guidelines.
Yes.
All right. So just making sure this all looks familiar. Okay. I'm gonna take my screen off of sharing. I'm gonna work my way from Yolanda. If you're still here, do you have any questions as far as nutrition goes today? All good? All right, I'm gonna hit Miss Cara.
I noticed that some days I get a lot more, like I'll get, I mean, the calories are pretty much in the same area, but I'll get a lot more carbs someday and stuff like that, and I'm using everything that's on there, but what should we try to stick around? Is there a certain amount we're trying to stick around for everything? You know what I'm saying? Like,
As far as carbs go.
as far as everything, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know we're not too much fat, but I'll have like avocado. Like today I had avocado, so it was like a lot, and
The green and the white.
Good. I'm glad you said this. So on here you have your portion guide.
Mhm.
We're not tracking calories per se.
Yeah,
But-
yeah.
So for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we are doing the protein, carb, veggie.
Mhm,
Okay. So if we go over here, this is unique to levels. So say for fat, you said you're not sure how much fat you should have at night, because that's what it is for dinner.
Mhm.
If you're going for let's see, cup of nuts, you could look at this. You could either say, okay, my fat has to be thumb sized, or you could say, oh, it's a third cup of any nuts. Or you could say, I'm gonna have some peanut butter as my dessert. It's 3 tablespoons of peanut
So
butter.
it's just go by that. It doesn't matter how much per day. You know what I'm saying? Because I noticed some days are just higher than others. I don't know why, but
No, I will say it does depend on the type of like protein or the type of carb. Like for sweet potatoes, it's always a lot. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
just a lot. So this person has to eat 2.25 cups of sweet potato versus if someone were to say I can't eat this much sweet potato, it's fine. Let's maybe do a cup of rice, because it's just a cup and a half that you have to do for rice
yeah.
to meet your goal here. But I will say these portions, exactly these portions, I'm looking at it and I'm pretty sure it's level 3. You have to
Yeah, I
stick
know
to
that
whatever
Amanda's and
level.
mine are different too. Yeah.
Exactly. Stick to whatever level you're on.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
could make
absolutely.
it super simple. You could print it out. You could stick it on your
We
wall.
did. Yeah, I have it. Yeah, we both have it.
So stick to those portion sizes, and you have to make sure you can't say like you could say it's palm size for protein all the time, but your better way of doing this would to just keep eyeballing this.
How many ounces
Keep
kind
coming
of
back
thing.
to
Yeah.
this. 2 cups of
Yeah.
egg. or
Yeah.
just reference this
Yeah. Good deal.
deal. Good question. Because some days it does feel like a lot. Why does Theo have scissors? Miss Anise, you are up. Any questions for nutrition?
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay. What's your plan for while you're on vacation?
Just try to stick to my nutritious plan. I don't know what they have there until I get there. So
Okay. All right. Reach out if you need any help, okay?
okay.
Shoot us a text and keep in mind there are vacation strategies that you have in your app.
Okay.
So if it's like a 3-day, 5-day, 7-day, you can always follow those because they'll
Okay.
empower you to stay on track and get back into routine once you're here.
Okay.
You have any other questions?
No, I have a headache. That's all.
Okay. Okay. Miss Leticia, actually, Mr. Scott, sorry.
Yes,
Do you have any questions about nutrition? How's it
Yeah.
going?
it's the cottage cheese part, says 0%. Well, what do y'all mean by that?
Say it one more time.
The cottage cheese, 0%. I don't understand that.
Good question.
0% cottage cheese.
Does
Fat and
anyone
want to
butter.
take a crack at it?
Huh?
Anyone?
Well, I had that same question, remember, about the yogurt, because it says 0%, and the answer ended up being the fat. It was
Correct.
0% milk fat. So is it the same for cottage cheese?
Correct. Yes. Otherwise, if it had fat, then now we're dabbling into the fat portion, and then you would have to have it for dinner. So we just say, you know what? If you want to just count the cottage cheese as protein, has to be 0 fat. And even me, I still only have the 0 fat one, just so I know what I'm intaking.
I've
And
never seen 0 fat though. Where you find 0 fat at? I've only seen 2%.
right next to it, it's usually so Walmart. If you get the Walmart version, it's blue. It's always right next to it. Same thing with sour cream. Same thing with all those options. So
I always buy the Daisy brand, but I don't really shop at Walmart that much. It's usually Publix or Winn-Dixie. I've really seen 0%. I have to look next time I go there.
yeah, next. It's funny how you only find what you're looking for. So maybe now
I've only
you're looking.
seen the regular and the 2%. That's what I've always bought. I never really had to watch what I eat like this. So it's like a whole new
world.
whole new ball game for me trying to watch portion out my foods and stuff because I'm not a big guy, never have, so I just ate whatever I wanted to eat. So
Sure.
it's a whole challenge just to
So
stuff.
it looks like it's gonna be green in green packaging, fat-free cottage cheese is what it says in big letters. So that's what you're gonna look out for.
Okay.
In big letters, it says what?
Say it again.
In big letters, it says what?
Fat-free.
Okay. And it's green?
It's lime green. Yep. Because dark green says low fat. So that would be 1% milk fat. And that's all I see to reference right now. I hope that helps.
So 2% milk fat is no good, right?
I mean, not that it's no good, but just for the purpose of the plan.
Got it.
Yes. Yeah. Lime green. That's what you'll be on the lookout for.
I'm green. Got it.
At Publix.
All right.
Good
Appreciate it.
question. Yeah, no problem. And tell me what you do with your cottage cheese.
I just eat it plain.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you had like a
I
recipe.
made cottage cheese for years, dip Fritos in it, whatever else, Doritos.
Okay. Okay.
Can't do that right now, though, right?
Not
No
right this
Doritos, no
second.
Fritos.
Not right this second. But as time goes on, we start hitting some goals. There's some recipes out there. We could
Right.
make some good dips, and there are protein chips. I mean, they're processed. That's why we're not having them right now. But there are protein chips that we could use, and it's still like hit all our macros. Technically, it's just not right now. One day, something to look forward to. It does get fun.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna move on to Miss Leticia if you don't mind. Miss Leticia, let's hear it. Nutrition.
Are you're saying you're asking if I have any questions about nutrition?
Yes. And overall,
Uh,
how's it going?
I mean, it's good. I have so many questions. I think I asked my coach like a bunch of them in the beginning. Like I just kept messaging her a bunch of questions I had.
Yeah, good.
I think the big question I have, I almost don't want to ask because I don't want you to tell me an answer I don't want to hear. But like with the one, you know how it's like portioned out, excuse me, where breakfast and lunch are the same, and then dinner is like the one where you take out the carb and replace it with the fat.
Yep.
Am I allowed to have the same thing for breakfast that I would have for lunch?
Yes and no. That's a good question. So like you'll see Coach Carol, and I do this too, just because I don't like meal prepping eggs. But I'll take the dinner. Say for dinner I had rice and a curry or rice and stir fry. So that way I had the vegetables and whatnot. For breakfast, I would add, I'm sorry, I butchered this. Say I just had the stir fry and I used oil as my fat. I could take that same portion and I can add an egg, like a scrambled egg, and I can make a omelet out of it in the morning. That way it has my meat, has my veggies, and then I'm adding the protein by adding egg whites.
But like for the breakfast and for the lunch, it says to have a veggie, a protein, and a carb for the
Yeah.
breakfast. And it says that also for the lunch. Can I eat
Right.
the exact same thing for breakfast and for lunch?
Oh, I thought you were asking for dinner and breakfast. So
No.
to answer that question, yes.
I can?
Breakfast and lunch can be the exact same thing because you need the same exact things.
Okay, perfect. Well, yay, I'm glad I asked. So that's what I've been doing. It's just I'm going through meat like crazy.
Right.
I feel like, and I haven't tried the rolled oats yet, but I did ask her because I actually have like a brand new container of it. Because a friend of mine did the soaked oats and I wanted to try it, but I never did. So I had that. She confirmed it was the right thing. I just have to get the zero fat yogurt to
Right.
try it. But I just feel like breakfast food doesn't fill me up the same as like a lunch meal does. So I've just been eating the same thing for breakfast and the same thing for lunch. And
Yep.
then I switch out the carb at night and replace it with avocado. And I've literally been
Okay.
eting the same thing all week. And
Okay,
it works for
perfect.
me.
Well, then, yeah. If it's one less thing to worry about, ride that until you're sick of it. And then you can start
Okay.
adding some variety in, like you said. The rolled oats is a good option. Because say maybe you have a sweet tooth in a couple of weeks, then that would be your. And then I know one thing Elena did. I'm pretty sure it was Elena, Aniqua here. Did half a portion of oats with half a portion of berries.
Mhm.
That you could.
And then, like, you know how it has the two snacks and it has like a shake in the picture? One of the things she had mentioned was can I have like the shake plus like a piece of fruit, or is it just the shake or the fruit?
For protein snacks.
Yes, for the snack. Well, I have two questions with that. So that's the first question.
Okay.
The second question, well, I guess three questions. The second question is, do I have to even have the shakes? Like, do I have to have a snack? Is it okay to skip it? That's the second question. And then the third question is, if I miss lunch, am I allowed to eat that with the dinner? Like, can I combine my meals, like lunch and dinner together if I had a really busy day and miss lunch, but I have it prepped, I just didn't eat it? Am I allowed to double up the meals?
So
I know that was a lot,
lots of
sorry.
good questions. No, but first off, the shakes, the protein snacks, you do want to have. And the reason for that is like something to do with insulin. It's just making sure that it never totally spikes. But having
Okay.
that constant every few hours protein, it keeps everything constant and your
Okay.
metabolism going. So if you can, don't skip
Okay.
anything. Take advantage of every meal opportunity. But with that said, say you don't get to lunch and we're going on 5, 6, and 7 o'clock.
Mhm.
could do is eat your lunch as soon as you could, like 5, 6, or 7, and then maybe 2 hours later, start eating dinner.
Okay.
Just because like I said, take advantage of every meal opportunity, but don't overeat to where, again, it's spiking.
Right. And then in that type of case, I would skip that second protein shake, right? Because that would be a lot in like that many hours, like, right?
Yeah. If you
Okay.
can't space it out by like 2 hours, I'd suggest not. Because now you're going to sleep.
Right. So that's kind of the goal is every 2 hours.
That is the goal, every 2 to 3 hours. So if you know that you're gonna miss lunch, like if you're always thinking about this and you're like, oh shoot, I'm not getting to my lunch, I'm not gonna be able to warm it up or touch base at home in the next 6 hours, that's when the shake comes in handy. Because if you have a bottle of water and you have your protein on you, then dump it in and at least have that to keep everything going every 2 to 3 hours.
Okay, that's good to know. I didn't realize about the 2 to 3 hours because even like it's hard. I'll be honest, I rarely have that second shake. I usually have the first one. And if I do miss, like sometimes I don't finish the whole shake. Like I try to finish it, but then because I tend to put more water just so that it fills me up more, even if it's a little watered down. I'm like okay with that because I'd rather be full.
Sure.
But then if I don't get to that second one or I still had some left over, I'll just combine it and then drink it. But now that I know the goal is to do it to eat, basically, put something in my body every 2 to 3 hours.
Yep.
That's helpful.
Yep. Especially when building muscle. And that's
Okay.
what muscles are asking for, especially if you're sore. Soreness, take advantage of the soreness. It's a good thing. It means your body is ready to build. So that's why you're just like, okay, well, let me help repair the muscles so that it actually is growing. That's how you grow muscles. All right. No, I need you to go, sweet pea. This. Oh, Lord. I don't have help at home today. I'm sorry. All right. Everything in the app, as far as your meal strategy, your meal plan, your meal recipes, everything's in the app and it's also on Facebook. I just want to make sure everyone knows. You would hit this featured section, and that's where all of our pinned posts go. And you would scroll over until you find nutrition assets. And then something like this will open up. You'll open up to our drive and you'll see different folders, like your fruits guide, your maybe not protein treats quite yet, but your restaurant ordering out system, meal prep hacks, travel hacks, and these. But lots of different resources that you can look through. And then also we have this wonderful resource, Pinterest, to look for recipes that you like. And you can always shoot us a link or shoot us a picture that has all the ingredients. And we can give you the thumbs up, like, oh yeah, that's on plan. Or we could show you and walk you through the process of making it compliant to the plan that we're on, which is usually easier to do. As time goes on, you'll do it like clockwork. Let me just make sure everyone is committed. Are we committed to meal prepping this weekend? Thumbs
Yes.
up? Yes. We're committed to following that plan, run the play. And we're committed to our 3 bamboo sessions.
Yes.
Miss Anise, you're back in the game next week, right? Oh, maybe she hopped off. And then completing homework assignments. Everyone's getting at least one in before the weekend's over. And we're doing 2 next week. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. All right. Any last questions or concerns?
I just have one question. I did my body scan yesterday. Do you know, is that going to be reviewed by my coach or what happens next?
So that's a baseline.
Okay.
Was that your first time on there?
Yes.
Okay, so that was just to get a baseline. Next, at the 4-week mark is when you'll meet with Bree. You'll get on the InBody again and she'll compare results. And it'll actually tell you right there on the screen, like where we're up and where we're down and how much muscle we gained, how much fat, weight loss, if we're trending right. And we'll tell you right there on the screen. And then at the 8-week mark, or sorry, backtrack, 4-week mark, Bree will tell you, we're just looking for change in the right direction. Honestly.
Okay.
And if we don't see change in the right direction, at least a little bit, she'll make adjustments to either what you're doing in class. She might encourage you to come to HIIT classes, or she might
Okay.
encourage you to do something different with activity. Maybe,
Okay.
yeah. Or she'll have you review exactly what you're eating, and you'll have to pull it up on your app and say, hey, I've been logging this. My coach, we've done this. You just have to have data, like this is what we've done. And then she can make an educated decision on, okay, this is what we're going to change. So that's at the 4-week. At the 8-week mark is when you meet with me, and that'll be your third like weigh in and scan. We'll take pictures. We'll take actual tape measurements. And then from there on, it's every last Sunday of the month. Once you're here and you finish the 8-week journey, you'll be here with the members doing the Sunday measurements.
Okay.
All right. I know it's like school again. Taking all your notes. Bamboo,
Yeah, I got
me.
a little notepad.
But I'm glad you're back. And
Thanks. I'm
love
glad to be
your
back.
energy.
Yeah, and it's so funny because I know Amanda from church. We're friends, and I got to meet her mom yesterday. So, and then my friend Faith from church also goes there, Faith Bryant. So it's cool. Like she goes to the morning, I think normally now. She works in
Yeah,
Daytona.
she does. Yeah, I saw her this morning.
Yeah, it's cool.
And then did you know Emily Robinson? No, someone, it's just a small world. It's so funny.
No, but I know
Emily
Emma just
Matthews.
works-
Emily Matthews.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So
Because
cool.
Ange,
Yes, ma'am.
do I come this Sunday or is it not my Sunday until the following week?
It's not your Sunday until the following week. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I know.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
One more week. Pack in those healthy habits.
Yes,
One more
I
week.
got it.
Deal. All right, guys.
Thank you.
I'm gonna let you guys go. Get your rest. Drive safe.
Thank
See
you.
you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.